Skankfest is a party.
You're hanging out, you're getting something in your ass.
You understand what you're doing? You're taking Skankfest and you're flipping it on its head and making it Pure Fest.
Sorry, I'm coked up in my bed. I'm coked up at Skankfest. Good for you, man. You know, well done. You went out and beat a homeless person.
So you negged Alex into believing you didn't want to marry her?
She was.
Alex has now walked into the studio.
Skankfest rules.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network. You're listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
Godfrey We Trust. And what you say is true. Godfrey.
So that was shout out to the Skankfest. I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, we'll be doing a ticket giveaway next year if you're coming.
Yeah,
back.
I'm coming back.
A lucky Godfrey fan.
I'm coming back.
2 tickets to Skankfest.
I'm coming back.
I got to come up with some sort of competition next year.
That would be fire. I'm coming back. That that was really just to see comedy fans, and I love the show Depraved that Lewis did. We did
just
Depraved.
doing your dirtiest joke.
And you go, Lewis goes, Godfrey, you have to go out with your most offensive joke. It has to be offensive as shit. I go, all right. And I go up, I go, man, these. And they were like, yeah. And then, of course, the joke was not hating transgender. But it was like, this festival just, for me, was about freedom. It's just an art form, guys. It's an art form. Stop trying to block our art form. Everybody's different. Everybody does their own style. And you know what? I've been to different festivals, and let me tell you, the problem I have with there were a lot of great festivals out there, but there's too much hierarchy in some of these festivals. I'm not calling anybody out, but there's too much of that shit.
Skankfest, zero industry.
There's zero industry, but when you do some of these festivals, you know, they start to separate the comics that aren't on TV shows. And then there's a comic that's on a TV show. Then it's this separate bullshit. Oh, we're having this party for these people. Like, I don't like that. And that's one thing I didn't feel of Skankfest. It was just everybody was everybody.
Everyone's hanging out together. Yeah.
It was awesome, man. And you know, I just wish it just more growth. And yeah, man. And maybe from there will be deals and stuff, but deals at your own
Get a little
liking.
piece, you know, it's about
at our own liking. We want to make a deal with you. Well, you got to abide by this though. The industry's going to have to bow down to the rules of Skankfest and go, nah, we ain't playing that shit.
That ain't right. You're hanging out, you're getting something in your ass.
Because they're yeah, Mike.
Ain't that your born killers? Legion of Skanks.
Welcome to the class.
What happened?
Well, I just found this out before the show. Chris O'Connor did Molly on, was it Saturday?
Oh, it's Saturday. This is the funniest shit ever, dude. I can't believe this.
He did. Do you want to tell it, Alex? Because you told me.
So Chris O'Connor got so f***ed up on Molly on Saturday that he decided, like, his brain told him he wanted to see the Colorado Rockies. And so he just got on
He needed to.
Yeah, he needed to. And so at 5 a.m., all fucked up on Molly, he got on a flight to Colorado. And then by the time he
pull up the picture that he posted.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, and then by the time he came out of it, he was like,
on
what
Sunday, by the way. He had shows
He was
on
like,
Sunday.
what the fuck am I doing? Why am I not at Skankfest?
That's
and then
terrifying.
he posted this picture, which is hilarious, which the caption was the caption's the funniest thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
He goes, guys, I fucked up. Where's the Yo Kratom stage?
In a Skankfest shirt in the middle of the Rockies.
Skankfest rules. Did
he just go by himself?
Yeah.
You went completely alone.
Dude, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my
It's
entire
really
life.
fun. It's such a Flyers hat and a Skankfest shirt. Oh, that's funny as hell.
Congrats to Mike on all the things.
Mike, you're on top of the world, baby. You're crushing the game.
Harrington, do you have any mortal enemies just in case you do a wedding registry? They might
Tiana didn't spaz on anybody. I kind of expected that to happen at some point.
Nice.
It looked like she might hit somebody because she was fed up by Sunday.
What?
Understandable. It's a wild weekend.
Yeah. We're creating a mystique around you, all right? Don't shake your head.
Don't say she's shaking her head. Sorry, Tiana.
All right, you were duly missed because there were some hot chicks this year.
And they were asking for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Yeah, every time they went up to Chris, they were like,
yeah, literally, I can't stand how annoying it is. I'm busting my ass, and these motherfuckers are like, "Where's Stanley and Johnny?" I'm like, I don't know, in their fucking warm beds.
I addressed it on Facebook like my broke ass is home.
Sorry, I'm coked up in my bed, not coked up at Skankfest. Mike, how do you feel about your nuptials?
Well, they haven't happened yet, so I'm not thinking much about the old nuptials. I thought I was getting congratulated on.
When is the date?
Also, he won his fight.
Ah, that's what's up too. That's big.
Yeah,
he beat the shit out of that guy.
I heard. What was it? Boxcar Joe was his name?
But
yeah, they fought over a sandwich. Mike was hungrier.
That makes sense.
I have one question. Did people shower you in dildos at the end and start chanting Lil Peg?
No, they didn't, unfortunately.
All right, well, then that's not a win in my book because that's what I wanted to happen.
That's like a tie.
And then I saw his minions were shitting on us on Twitter or someplace.
What?
Booger Beard?
Yeah, Booger Brain. Yeah.
Booger Face.
His people were shitting on us.
Yeah, they're like, who are these guys? This doesn't make any sense. Well, guess what? That's us. We're unlikable. We make no sense. So, f*** you.
We don't get fucked up in
I'll be
fights.
honest. At least one fan came up to me and was like, this show didn't make any sense to me, but now it's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Hey,
that person.
Hey, here's the promo. This show doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's 15 layers deep into inside references.
18 years old.
I fed him full of mushrooms and then just started playing this show and wouldn't let him go watch Matt and Shane. That's what he really wanted to do.
MK Ultra, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Let's get him crazy. Let's fill him full of fucking HSR podcasts. So like, right?
And I know at least one fan told Ralph that we absolutely need a Bloomberg terminal for everybody.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
These people just go above and beyond.
Doesn't Ralph understand money is good and we're heading to a
greed is
recession?
good. Michael Douglas said that shit, that movie.
Greed is good.
Oh, yeah. The Game, I think it was. It was a good movie.
How'd you do gambling?
I won some money and then I got really drunk with Brian Six. Till 7 in the morning. And he's like, let's go to the roulette wheel across the street. And I lost all that money.
Oh, God.
God, I love roulette.
You cage out here, motherfucker.
I love the random number generator that is
What's
roulette.
wrong with you? On roulette, motherfucker?
I was out there to have a good time.
Blackjack,
also working,
baby.
I guess.
What do you bet? What do you bet on the roulette table? What's your?
That's the thing. I usually am conservative outside. He's betting the field, so I'm like, all right, let's do that.
What?
Oh, you gotta bet the thirds, baby.
Yes.
Come on, the thirds of the.
I'm a thirds guy. Yeah,
that's all right.
I like to bet the long ropes.
Yeah. All right.
You about the rope?
Undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Just for people that don't know, Harrington had a boxing match against this guy on Twitter that's kind of getting well known. He's like in the MMA Twitter world, and he's called Buggerbeard, and he makes jokes. He's pretty funny on Twitter. And you guys had a boxing match at Skankfest. You wiped the floor with him. I saw the video of it, Harrington. How was the whole thing? And shout out Buggerbeard and ignore those because sadly, why would people say to go kill yourself and things like that? That's
to be fair, he was a super cool dude. I was hanging out with him for a little bit when he showed up because nobody was talking to him, and I was just like, I think you're great. Let's go.
No. He does seem like a nice guy. Harrington, tell me about your experience, bud.
Yeah, I mean, my experience really was Brian fraternizing with the enemy just hours before I had to go fight the guy. But it was a lot of fun, man. Honestly, he had nothing for me. He had absolutely no clue what to do against the hand speed in there.
Knocked himself over throwing a punch, Harrington. You had very little to do with it.
Anthony, have you heard this guy? Could you actually imagine if Harrington got some real skills and actually started winning proper fights?
Yeah, if he was actually good.
God,
I actually have serious questions. What were you nervous? Like when you're getting ready to walk out and go fight?
So like here's the thing, like Mike is making fun of me. I've done this twice before where I've gotten
he's a seasoned pro.
I've gotten in front of a crowd and fought somebody, but never somebody as big as Booger Bear was 6'2", 240 pounds. That guy.
Stop.
Yes.
I'm not making fun of you. We're having a light-hearted bit of banter, mate. I'm not making fun of you at all. I never do. It's a bit of banter. But I've done this twice before. Hey, God bless you. No. I said to bring it up. Good for you, man. Well done. You went out and beat a homeless person up. I mean, that's something
like
to
he
be
did
really proud
training.
of.
He spends all his time sucking random dicks. He's not training. What?
That's the only reason he was there. He was looking for something to suck. Come on, Harrington. Sorry.
I will tell you, it is cool. It is cool just a couple days a week, showing up, working with your friends, like training on things, and then getting to get into a ring and put it to good use. Like the conversation I had with Booger Beard after, because I did. You're right. I wiped the floor with him. I hit him with some big body shots that he said were enough to keep him from getting out of bed the next day. So I was pretty proud of that one. But I told him, I was like, dude, go to a gym. Right. And like get a couple, like actually try this, right? You got into a ring, you had literally thousands of people cheering you on while you were in a boxing match. Go to a boxing gym and actually like try for a couple days a week, training and get some skills, and then try yourself again. Just test yourself, because nothing ventured.
And then maybe he could earn a rematch with you.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to.
He's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to get some legitimate wins. He's going to have to sell out some cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, he's got to do,
money,
I love the confidence.
Mayweather.
Okay, Mike, I wanted to start with some positive news, and that is to congratulate our producer, Hero Without a Country, also my beloved dog's favorite sitter, Uncle Mikey, on his engagement to former Without a Country producer in front of the show, Alex Scarlato. Wow. Incredible. I didn't know that was happening. I know obviously some people knew it was happening because you had to orchestrate it, but I was sitting next to your now fiance right before and after this happened, and tears in her eyes. I was sitting by her best friend. She was like, oh, he did a perfect job. And you don't usually hear that story about engagements. I've heard a lot of engagement stories on Guys We Fucked. I don't think I've ever had someone be like, it was perfect.
It's frustrating because I had texted Josh Adam Myers, the head of the goddamn comedy.
Yeah,
band.
so for just a little, there's a show every night at Skankfest that ends the night. It's called the Goddamn Comedy Jam. It's hosted and created by Josh Adam Myers, a comedian, and basically comedians come up and do stand-up, and then they sing, it's basically like live band karaoke, but it's incredible and it gets everyone going. And so in the midst of this, which is so exciting and so fun, because all comedians secretly want to be rock stars, or not so secretly, and this happened, and they called kind of everyone who put the festival together on stage, and Mike and Alex are a huge part of that festival, and then, the proposal started, just to give everyone backstory. Okay, go ahead.
So I had reached out to Josh like a month and a half ago, being like, yo, like I really want to do this. I want to do it at Skankfest, during the jam, on the last night, during the staff song. And that was like that was my plan. So I had already reached out to him. And then she, maybe like a week later, was like...
the angel's walking in right now. We're telling your engagement story.
She's like, you know what would be perfect? If you proposed to me on stage at the Comedy Jam at Skankfest.
Oh, so she gave you the idea after you already had the idea?
After I'd already put the idea in motion.
Guys, is this not like the gift of the Magi? Like you guys both have the same fucking idea because you're perfect for each other? I'm loving every moment of this.
So I had to go full on Chandler Bing. I don't know if you remember that plot line of Friends.
I don't respect the show. I know the character, but what happened on it?
He had to like convince Monica that he didn't want to marry her, that he wasn't serious about marrying
Monica's
her.
Courtney Cox?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had to like do that to Alex a little bit, where I was like, maybe we'll get married. Who cares? We got a kid coming. That's the important thing. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows you want to marry Alex. Why are you trying to play it cool?
I got her. That's what matters.
Wait. So you negged Alex into believing you didn't want to marry her?
She was so upset.
Alex has now walked into the studio.
Well, yeah, no, I just want to confirm that it somehow literally worked. Like, shockingly, like I was like by the Sunday of Skankfest, I was like so swept up in Skankfest that I had forgotten that I ever even requested that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he did manage to take me by surprise. It was truly the best moment. It was like, it's going to be hard to top that.
Yeah, no, because I was like, I was next to you and I was like, I mean, I've never seen someone so genuinely into what their, fiance did to propose.
It was truly the perfect proposal. It was awesome.
That's what she said. And she's saying it again on record here. Incredible. Congratulations.
I thought to myself, I either got ripped off or this is my first case. Anyway, Shannon, did you stay at the Golden Nugget? We'll talk about your Skankfest experience.
I did stay at the Golden Nugget. I did have a roommate.
Oh my God. For our male fans, did you shower together?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
I would say that
was there a pillow fight where feathers went all over your naked bodies? For our male fans, we need listeners.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, nothing really sexy, though. There were some people I was attracted to.
Yeah.
During Skankfest, which for me, it doesn't happen often.
Right.
So that's something.
Well, did you approach them?
No, because then I'm also shy.
Yeah.
There is always, which we talk about, I feel like every year after Skankfest, Eddie Jackson from Ellis Mania, who's
Eddie Jackson is a dime piece.
He really is. What a beautiful
Was
man.
he there?
He was there.
Okay, what about an approach?
So I only saw him for like a second.
Yeah.
And it was when he checked in and he gave me a hug because now he recognizes me from last year.
Yeah.
And but then afterwards, I didn't realize there were only 2 Ellis Manias. So I didn't realize how soon they were leaving the festival. So I was never able to give him his gift bag. And so I DM'd him afterwards. I was like, did you and Jason Ellis get your gift bags? He's like, no, he didn't. But then there was some flirtation in the DMs afterwards.
I bet there was.
But that's like, it's after already.
Yeah. Where does he live?
I think LA.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's the other coast.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of love stories that happen bi-coastally.
Maybe next year.
You're going to wait till next year, Shannon?
I'm not going to LA.
Fly to LA and give him his gift bag and then give him a little something extra.
It's not a bad idea. At least I'd have a reason to go there.
You have a reason to go there. I came all this way for a gift bag.
Yeah.
And then he has to have a series of lunches and dinners and tea times with you to get to know you before having actual intercourse.
Then I stay there for
That's
3
the
weeks.
least skanky thing that could happen, Shannon. You understand what you're doing? You're taking Skankfest and you're flipping it on its head and making it Pure Fest. You're making it a Mormon something. I have to point something out, though, Shannon, and it's weird that you were going to fly to LA to give
Eddie
Jackson his gift bag when I myself did not get a gift bag.
Hold on.
And you said nothing about it.
That's not
to me.
true. No.
You said nothing. Oh, we don't have a shirt available. Oh, the Yo Kratom isn't in it. Let's wait till we get the Yo Kratom. And then I never get the bag. Every year it happens. Oh, the can openers that we were going to give you, we ran out of them.
You're creating something not real right now.
I'm creating something not real right now?
Okay, when you arrived,
Yeah.
you said that...
Career-wise arrived? I'm sorry.
Hold on, I clicked away from it. There we go. You said... You were going to a spot at that moment when you arrived.
Yes, I had to get to my spot.
Right. And that you were like, just give me the t-shirt for now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to carry the bag. And then
Right.
you never came back for the bag, which I worked really hard on. So you were the one that forgot to pick up this bag that is really special. It's not me. I offered it to you. You didn't want to carry it.
It wasn't ready yet, Shannon.
I feel like you're not telling the truth. What was missing?
I'm lying?
I think so.
I think someone said that there was not something in there.
Was it not
And they were
me?
going to wait until... It was not you. It was somebody else who said, oh, there's something that's not in there.
I don't think they were being honest. There's nothing missing.
Shannon, you're calling me a liar on this podcast.
No, I said they. I said I don't think they were being honest.
They were not
Something
being
doesn't
honest.
make sense about this.
It's an investigation that needs to happen. Internal investigation. Internal Skankfest investigation.
Now, Blind Mike is here, and Blind Mike had a big day too, but he looks very resentful. Now, I know I've been watching some stuff happening on Twitter,
at him, but he's blind.
and people were saying he was trying to have some sex while he was here.
He can't see.
And yesterday, he didn't have sex. Now, Blind Mike, there's a seat there, just sitting that's good.
Paco,
You're
come
sitting.
back.
Yeah, Paco, please join.
Now, what
need my
happened,
Paco here,
Blind
dude.
Mike? Is it about sex? Did you do sex?
Slide that on it. I don't know if it's.
I wouldn't count it as sex.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened was we were on Legion of Skanks today.
That's a podcast.
Yeah, and so they got me head on stage live in front of 150 people.
No, they didn't. At Legion of Skanks?
Yeah.
Nice guy?
No, kind of a dickhead.
Honestly, a guy would have looked better.
So then.
So wait,
we
you're nervous on stage in front of everybody, and
Dude,
people are
there's
yelling,
so many
Mike. What were they yelling? Blind Mike, Blind Mike.
I don't know. Dude, what could we
Yeah,
do?
You've changed. You've changed since you've had sex.
They were chanting.
Dude, you used to be so nice to me. And now you're just like, whatever. I was crushing pussy.
Would Dave Rubin give these details, dude?
Dave Rubin, yeah, he would have finished the
find
job.
her pussy.
Dave Rubin would have finished the job.
So she blows you, you're soft on stage.
Yeah.
They say, go back to the room. Where are you staying? Which hotel?
She brought me back to her place.
Where was that?
Like 2 blocks from here, called the Downtown. It looked like every Wildwood hotel ever. And so she takes me
Wait,
up
are you talking on the way? Are you guys getting along?
as much as we could, I guess.
Were you being nice, or were
Yeah,
you
of course.
okay? And she was being. Was she drunk?
We had to get drunk on the way.
Okay.
So I gave her like a beer. I had some White Claws in me. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And we got back to the room, and so she started sucking me off back in the room, right?
Yeah, sucking me off.
And
you get hard this time?
It took me a while to get hard, but I finally got hard after like.
Were
10
you thinking
minutes.
a lot? Because I do that sometimes. I'll be thinking a lot.
That might be what it is. But also, if I wasn't thinking, I wasn't getting hard. So I was like, let me just think of every porn I've ever thought of.
Nice.
To try to get
I was
hard.
gonna say, what are you gonna think? Have you never seen anything?
Yeah.
Good point.
It's a hot blur. What are you envisioning?
So she's blowing you. You get hard.
And I try to stick it in. We tried every different position. We tried doggy style, missionary, and we tried. She tried riding me, and every single time I just couldn't get hard. Every time I stuck it in.
I get it.
And I finally, after she blew me for like the 4th time, I like gave up, and I'm like, you know what? I got to get to my podcast. So
Oh,
like,
no.
Yeah.
So you're still a virgin then?
So where is she now?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Can I fuck her?
Yeah, please. You want her number, dude?
Did you penetrate her at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You're
counts.
not a virgin.
Once your dick goes in a pussy, it counts. You
You're
don't
not a
have to
virgin.
come.
Yeah.
I barely come now, and I'm married.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're good, man.
Did you do cocaine today?
No, but I'd love to. You got some?
Yeah. What other drugs do you want to do?
I would like to do.
By the way, you don't have to have sex just because people are peer pressuring you.
I want to have sex for myself.
For yourself.
Yeah, because I like nutting. I like bussing.
You're
dude.
like a 12-year-old kid that's in juvie right now. It's like talking to a juvenile delinquent. You're like, I like nutting, yo.
I want to bust.
Yo, girls are
dude.
bitches.
Our first podcast together, back from our shenanigans in Las Vegas. How are you, sir?
Oh man, I had a great time. It was a party.
Yeah, it sure was. We had quite a time. The Part of the Problem shows were great. Me and you both did a ton of other shows. Yeah, good time. Skankfest is a party.
The live Part of the Problems, though, those were pretty great. I mean, I basically just sat back. We had a bunch of like firepower on both shows.
Yeah. No, we definitely did, but it was a fun time. Well, yeah, it was interesting. The other one we had
Ryan Long,
and BK Chris on the shows. That was a great one too. Love talking with those guys. All right, let's talk about Elon Musk a little bit. Pretty interesting what's going on with Elon Musk. So there's been a couple things that have been happening with old Elon. And number one is it looks like the Twitter deal is going through. The other thing that's been interesting that's going on with him is his company Starlink has been providing free internet access in Ukraine, and he came out and was really pushing negotiations between Ukraine and Russia, something that no one in the United States of America, in the United States of America's government is doing. And yet Elon Musk here was out here. And of course, he was just getting bashed relentlessly for this. He's a Putin, puppet or something like that. Those ridiculous things. But now it is being reported that the Biden administration are discussing whether the United States should subject some of Elon Musk's ventures to national security reviews, including his deal for Twitter and the Starlink satellite network. This is was reported earlier by Jennifer Jacobs. Glenn Greenwald tweeted, which I thought was a good response. He said, "In a gigantic coincidence, the totally non-politicized Biden Department of Justice announced just after Elon Musk advocated a peace deal to end the war in Ukraine and is on the verge of ending CIA-directed censorship on Twitter that it is investigating his deals on national security grounds." It's really, there's something very interesting about this whole ordeal on both with Starlink and Twitter. You start to push up against these realities where the government always has this ace in the hole of just throwing over the chessboard and going, no, that's it, we're not playing anymore. There's a great scene in what the fuck was that show that you actually had him on the list here today, which I don't even know what the topic was about, but Kevin Spacey's show, what was it called? House of Cards?
Yeah.
So there was a great scene, and I can't remember because it was from like years ago now. I think I only watched like the first 2 or 3 seasons of that show, but there's a scene where like one of the characters was like a big oil billionaire, and he was fucking over the president, and Kevin Spacey was the vice president at the time, I think. And they're like, he's this billionaire and he was really against them and he's threatening them in all these ways. And then finally, when they just can't beat him, they just go, we're going to nationalize your company. That was just their last move. They were in it, and he was in that place where he would eat his ribs or whatever. And the guy came in and they had this confrontation, and he's like, you can't do this to me. Like, I'm worth $40 billion. And Kevin Spacey says something like, he goes, I don't care how much money you have. I have all the men with guns. And it's just like this great line where it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, that is kind of the ace in the hole that the government has at the end of the day with all this stuff. It's like, okay, you got a lot of money, Elon Musk, but they've got the Department of Justice, and that's worth more. So it'll just be interesting to see where this all goes. Again, Elon Musk is playing a dangerous game.
That shit is hard.
Speaking of scary shows, what is the scariest show you went to?
Oh man, the scariest show I've went to like that. Actually, I felt like I was in danger for my life.
Yeah.
Was probably the first show I went to as a kid in New Orleans. It was Flotsam and Jetsam and King Diamond. And it was King Diamond on the Them tour. Okay. And what happened was Flotsam and Jetsam played. Okay. And they kept playing. And everybody was like, man, they've been playing for like an hour. What the hell's going on? And not that I was complaining or anything, but, we wanted to see the King. And then Flotsam and Jetsam, I guess they ran out of songs or whatever. So they're like, fuck it. So this guy comes out on the stage with King's mic, the Bones.
Come on.
And it wasn't King. And he goes into the mic and says, sorry to tell everybody, tonight the King will not be performing. And dude, the place went ape shit. Like they were throwing chairs, and dude, I was a kid. I was like 16 years old. My first show in the city, and like all hell broke loose, and it was packed. And I was like, I lost my friends that I was with because I didn't drive out there. And like it rolled out into like Decatur Street because the club was on Decatur Street. There's an old place called Storyville, and it's called One-Eyed Jack's. It's the new One-Eyed Jack's that they just opened up. So it's right there at the end of Decatur Street, that whole area where the Antiques and shit all is, where where it's happening. So it was right there. Like the whole thing rolled out into the street. People were fucking fighting and shit. Like it was
each other.
Yeah, it was because there was a bunch of skins and punks and metalheads there, and that was when back in the day when nobody got along. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like mayhem, dude. Like it's when they said King Diamond wouldn't fucking play, I heard like one dude said, "Fuck this shit," and all of a sudden I hear glass breaking and fucking chairs flying, and it just went fucking crazy. People started tearing the club up. Everybody just started going outside, like fighting. Like it was just, and I'm a kid. They're just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Dodging fucking beer bottles and shit.
Were you still in school?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Everybody and were there kids from the show at school
no.
talking about it next day or no?
Oh no, that's when I was living in Galiana, Louisiana. It was like an hour away from New Orleans, so nobody from that town went to the King Diamond show. But I had a couple of friends of mine that were into it that knew I was going, and they're like, "Dude, how was it?" I was like, "Bro, I'm lucky to be alive right now."
So to me, it's really exciting and fun to be able to jump into those different worlds. I mean, it was crazy with Ozzy once. I mean, when we started writing with Ozzy, I mean, just doing that stuff. Oh man, we're at my studio. I had a ranch in Northern California, and I had a big recording studio inside of my barn. I'd built a barn and done a recording studio, and we had Ozzy. And Ozzy was up at the place, and I was up for the week, and we were writing songs with Ozzy, and it was Tommy and me, and we're, we got the console there, and we're like kind of engineering it and doing everything, and Ozzy's out there, with the headphones going, I fucking can't fucking hear it, you fucking cunt, I fucking everything, I can't, I can't, it's like, okay. And we're like, Tommy and I are like, what the fuck? We're like freaking out. What are we going to do? I'm like, so the end of the day, end of the night, we said, Ozzy, we'll figure the whole thing out. We'll figure out the sessions. We'll figure it out, the whole thing. So he's like, all right, man. And so he splits. He goes down to his, exercises and starts doing all the things that he does and smoking cigars and, and all that. And so I knew a guy. I said, Tommy, I know an engineer who's an English dude, and he lives up here. He lives in the Bay Area. He lives in San Rafael or something like that in San Francisco. Let's call him and see if he's available. So we got him. So the next day, Ozzy comes, and Ozzy's like, Ozzy's with his headphones, and he's like, we have the engineer with us, right? And the guys, it was beautiful. It's like, Ozzy's like, fucking shit, I fucking can't fucking hear fucking shit. And the guy pushes the talk button, and he goes, Ozzy. And I was like, I screamed, and he goes, yeah. And he says, put the headphones down. Oh, all right. So he puts the headphones down. He said, Ozzy, he goes, yeah. He says, come on in and sit down for a minute. Oh, right, okay. So he clocks in, and he makes all these adjustments, and he does all these things. And he says to Ozzy, yeah, man. He says, let's go try it now, and let's see if it's a little better. In an English accent, right? I can't say it like it. And I said, oh, right. And so he said, okay, Ozzy, put the headphones on. Right. He puts the headphones on. He said, okay, I'm playing the music. How is it, Ozzy? He's like, oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. And so everything was fucking perfect. I don't even know what the guy did. I swear
maybe the accent just gave him comforts of home. That's fucking great.
Yeah, I think that Ozzy was just more comfortable having an English engineer talking the way he talks to him, and it would just, from that day on, the next 5-6 days that we were writing songs and everything like that, smooth as sailing.
That is
the whole
fucking
time.
great.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the House of Hardcore podcast, Tommy Dreamer.
Now, how long are you on the Indies before you get another call from good old Scott D'Amore?
Oh my gosh, I'd have to call this the greatest comeback ever. And I'm not seriously. I told Scott this. So my official release from WWE was the summer of 2006. 2019. Okay. And I told Scott, I said, you know, when you said you're going to bring back the machine guns and you're going to bring back EC3, these people are all a given. Everybody remembers these guys they love. Nobody ever thought Swinger was going back on TV. Nobody would have ever put a nickel on that. It's not even possible. So it's like, what is that? 9, 10, 12 years. Yeah, it's just like that many. And I wasn't a big star to begin with. That's the other thing. It's not like Bruno coming back. Oh my God. It was an instant. And I almost, he was genius in the way he just put up the caption on the TV, Johnny Swinger coming soon. He did it by design. Everyone, why are they bringing him back? Is that guy even still alive? He hasn't wrestled in 15 years. It was great. I mean, it was just perfect. And that's something that you could do with me that you really couldn't do with a whole lot of people. You know, I mean, so yeah, that's and then here I am 3 years later, still rolling with it. And when we were together there 2 weeks ago, they were happy with it, with the stuff.
You surpassed your 2-year mark.
Yeah, no, I think I broke a record. Dream, I'm over 3, man. Yeah, it's 3.
Now
September of 19 is when my first video aired on there. So yeah, I'm over 3 years in the same territory, Daddy.
I'm gonna let I like the other on an indie. I purposely flew to Atlanta instead of Birmingham so I could travel in the car and just hang out with you because I love you and I have such a good time with you. Now I'm gonna tell the fans 2 stories that recently happened at Bound for Glory. We do the Battle Royal, and by design, Bully, then Dreamer, then Rhino, and we do the Shield, and then I have received so many gifts of it and so many pictures of it. When you pop up and you do the thing, you're like, yeah, Daddy, ECW, the band's back together. Dude, I had to put my head down. Rhino's like, this is awesome. And Bull, this is part of the nation that I'll let everybody in. He turns to me and he goes, was he even in ECW? Or was that when I left? And I go, it was when you left. And he goes, what? No, seriously, was he in ECW? I go, yes, you worked him. And he goes, really? And he then goes, why is this so over? And I go, because he's over. I go, this is the best. And he goes, all right, let's eliminate him. So we throw him out. But that was a real conversation. And the whole time, Rhino is just chuckling and laughing. Yeah. And you're in 100% gimmick the whole time. I loved it because it was a designed moment that we got the people for. And just the way you popped up right at the perfect moment. Oh, it was friggin' great.
It's hard to plan those kind of things and hope it's going to work. And I'll admit it worked. I knew it would work, but it worked better than I thought it would.
Dude, yeah. I designed it.
Yeah, no,
it's like
no.
I couldn't believe how big it got over.
Ask me 20 years from now, what's your favorite spot? That's the greatest spot ever.
We're here at the Burn Brain Mansion in Glen Spey, New York. This house has been here since 1908. And lots of people have had haunted experiences here. So we're all here to investigate. All right, guys. So we are on the second floor parlor now. Shana, do you want to read some of the entries to this diary that we found in the room?
First one, 9/21/2004. No paranormal activity other than a slight breeze, like starting in the hall. Dan and Joanne. 10/19/2007. There was little paranormal activity in the room. No. Although we did hear footsteps of some sort of banging. It turned out it was my husband going to the bathroom. I'm a little sad to say that my brother and I never even slept in our room. We went out on the porch and fell asleep in each other's arms. It was the first time I had ever looked at my brother like that. His hazel eyes in the moonlight. His quivering lips. My jiggling breasts. This is crazy. His fingers long and tender, yet demanding when he slid them down the front of my waist. This is crazy. I didn't wear my lacy one piece today, and I knew he wanted that. Our parents always said, stop being so physical when we play. But I knew right then and there, playtime was over. Whoa.
Playtime was over.
Playtime was
over. You got a little too close.
That was a little weird.
You had him with the incest. Isn't this an incest?
I don't like that you're reading that.
No, they don't like your mockery of what's happening in this place.
I think they hate the fact that Shannon might be pulling somebody's card. Okay, they're incest people, I think.
Mark looked at me and told me it's about to get spooky where I make all that dookie. I knew he was talking about my most forbidden of holes. It's crazy as hell. Mark was one of those guys, if you saw him running down the street, you'd be like, damn, Pork Sword Mania. Didn't know they came to town this week. I've always wanted to see those guys live and get it in my eye. This is out of control.
They got a lot of content into that one page.
I know.
Mondays, am I right? It's like, that was Monday.
This is 10/25/08. Dinner was amazing. After dinner, we sat and watched TV. I never watched Martin because, you know. Sad to say, there was not hardly any house activity. No taping, no scratching, no footsteps, nothing like that. And our room got really hot. That seems to be a standard. Like, the rooms just get fucking hot.
Yeah, but hot isn't a sign of ghost activity.
No, it's a sign of sex.
I don't know. Have you ever seen Ghost?
Yeah.
Hot, dude.
I'm telling you. Demi, give me some more. I'll tell you that.